I'm since 2012 here in Latvia. I have bought this farm, not this farm place, but the farm Agro Barbele in general, from a German investor who couldn't manage everything nicely how it should be. So it was very strong the first years because the farm was more or less insolvent. I bought the farm for one lot, and then I grew up, tried to make good relations. In Germany I worked with long-term friendships and dealerships, and I'm not the jumper from one to other company. If I have a good company, then I like to work with this company, and I like a trustful work, and that's the main reasons. And now today we are up to 1,800 hectares approximately, and we are growing grain, canola. This year we try also corn for harvesting. So my favorite is all what is to harvest with a combine. I don't want potatoes, I don't want other things what is with a lot of handworks or where I need people. Because the problem is, like everywhere, good workers, good drivers, and good people to manage the work. So, and that's why I work myself very much in my farm. I make all fertilizing, all spreading, and also all seeding in my farm. And my workers are mainly busy with Digestat. We are driving 35,000 cubics of Digestat on our fields. And this is a very big job, but I'm working in this way of conservation agriculture, and I try to make the soil as a complementary farming. It means I try to do all the good stuffs like crop changes, cover crops, and fertilizing with Digestat, with other stuffs, and of course then also with chemicals if need. But this is always the last option. Firstly, I try to manage everything how it should be. Driving a lot, I'm working a lot in the farm, and if I do a lot, then I want a good comfort for my work. So it means that I'm not driving with an old Belarus tractor where I after 5 hours have back pain or whatever. So I use for me a little bit luxus, because I'm driving 1,200, 1,500 hours per year on a tractor, and for this I need a good comfort. I have experience from my young times. We had standard tractors, and I had very early, with 20, 25, I got still back pain. And then I came to Mercedes tractors, to these MB trucks, and I felt the difference. If you drive a standard tractor on a road, also like here in Latvia, these rebel roads, MB truck or also these Fastracs, you are sitting between both axles and you get not the straight hit. You are sitting between the axles, and therefore it is much more smooth. And since that time, since I drove Mercedes tractors, I haven't had any problems with my back side. So, and Mercedes stopped the production in beginning of 90s. I was still looking for solutions, and JCB was always a little bit favorite, made these new lines, these 4,000 and 8,000 lines. Then was for me the situation that I said, okay, this looks very good, looks stable, and I work since longer times already with a JCB telehandler and also with excavators. I know this quality of JCB hydraulics. This is one of the points what was, or the second reason for this JCB, that the hydraulic works very good, trustable, and also very good steerable by hand. It is very sensitive, and you can set it like you need it for your technique. I visited also factory, JCB factory, and it was a very nice, interesting trip. And so then I bought my first 4220. It is this one. has now 4,500 hours in 5 years, and yeah, I must say it's very easy riding, very easy working. And one more positive thing what I like on these tractors is this very big cabin. The tractor has also his specialties. For me, as owner, agronomist and worker in the farm, I like to drive with this tractor. I like this a little bit luxus, and it is a perfect tractor for dig-start driving if you have distance on the road and work on the field. If you have grain driving, all what is transport where you have to drive on the field and on the road, this mixed jobs. For this it is very perfect, but especially and very positive is to drive nicely on the road and on the field. This mixed works. For this it is absolutely perfect. Now, and also if you have work on the fields with high speed, this is also one of the reasons. If you are spraying with 15-20 km/h, you need the power for the speed, and you want sit a little bit nicely on your tractor and not jump from one corner to the other corner. For that it is absolutely perfect. In my farm I make this fertilizing, I make spraying. For these jobs it is perfect. For me the choice is you can take a self-propelled sprayer or you take this combination like is standing here. For me this combination is much better, and I think from the power what I can do with it, in minimum I can reach the same amount on hectares like with a self-propelled sprayer. I'm very interested in things, and I always try to go until the borders or also over the borders to find the borders. And of course I used also this little 220 HP tractor with the seeder what is now mounted on this big one, 13.5 meter seeder, and in some conditions he can very nicely work on it. Like this spring we had very dry conditions. I used the seeder for fertilizing. So I had 3 works in one trip. I rolled on the wheat with the rows. I opened the soil a little bit and I put fertilizer in the soil so that I'm not losing too much of nitrogen. And with this very expensive fertilizer this year, it was a very good job, and I could do this with a little JCB tractor with 13.5 meter seeder, and the wheat looks today very good. So, and of course you could do it also with another tractor, but the drive, the trip on the fields, and also in the moment to see where you can do something or what you need to do on the field. With this tractor you can see very nicely. If I sometimes sit on these other tractors, then I feel not well because I don't see what I'm doing. Now you're sitting on the back axle and you have this very high tires, and you cannot see all what you need to see. So, and if I choose what I will do, then I take my JCB, because then I can see much more, and this is to find the borders. What is possible, what the JCB can do, what you can do with 2-tire steering or with 4-wheel steering, for what you need this and this. And of course it is also my hobby, this technique, and I'm a little bit technique freak, and I try these things to find all the solutions. And I'm creating also own machinery, and trying to find the best solutions for that, what I think what is good for the soil, what is good for the crops, and what is good for my well-feeling. In general, yes, because there are very good farms also with very good drivers, and these drivers, I think they could give a good profit if they get such a tractor, because this well-feeling on this tractor is a very big part, and we have everywhere the problem that the drivers are they are jumping from farm to farm. Here is the best, or there you have this possibility. On one farm you get a car on top, or here on this. So, and if you have a good tractor where you are sitting hours, long hours, and also where it is possible that your wife or girlfriend can visit you and can drive a time with you, on the Fastrac it is very easy possible. It is not a big problem. My experience with Agritech is positive, and like I told in the beginning, I'm not the one who is jumping from company to company. I want a trustful relation, and with Agritech I can say, like this demo tractor what we have here now, this 8330, there was just a phone call: Gerhard, would you like to try this tractor? The trustful work from both sides.